Just look at that for detail. The companions are amazing. I absolutely am in love with every single one of them. Just look at that. Incredible, amazing, beautiful. Hello and welcome to a brand new series of reviews here on my channel. In this series we are going to be taking a close look at the brand new releases from B&M, and that is the Winter 2020 releases. So in today's video we are going to be taking a look at companions of the 3rd and 4th Doctor's collector's figure set. This is a set that I was very excited about. I knew that after having the first release, which was the Companions of the 4th Doctor set, but we would have something very similar, and lo and behold, here it is. Now, I've only bought 2 of these sets, which you may be thinking, oh my god, like, you normally buy hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Well, 2's enough for me for this one, because I'm no good at customising action figures whatsoever. So I've decided to stick with the originals, one mint sealed in its packaging and the other of course to be opened. In this video I will be having a look at the figures and I will be comparing them to the figures that we had just very recently, actually just a few months ago, in the previous wave of B&M classic Doctor Who figures. So without further ado, let's take a look at the set. So as you can see here, the packaging is as we always expect. Now I was very excited when I first saw this set because it said Companions of the 3rd and 4th Doctors, and I was like, are we going to have another Jo Grant or maybe even a Liz Shaw figure? But we've got Sarah Jane, which is just as good. Okay, so turning around the packaging, it's all very familiar now. We know what to expect. On the back, we have images of all 3 of the lovely companions that are included. And on this side is the window here that you can see down the side. And of course, we're back to the front of the packaging. So let's take a look inside and have a look at the actual figures themselves. So here are the lovely ladies in all their glory. I'm super excited actually. Having opened this set, it's very quickly becoming one of my favourite sets so far from this new wave. It's really taken me back. So let's take a look at these figures in a systematic order. We'll start with Sarah Jane Smith. So here she is. I mean, the detailing is just really nice. This is Sarah Jane Smith as seen in the story The Monster of Peladon, which is really nice because we have recently had the 3rd Doctor and TARDIS from that same story, so we've now got a little complete set going on, which is really, really nice. The detailing on Elizabeth Sladen is just fantastic. I mean, the head sculpt is just brilliant. This, of course, being the 2nd classic Sarah Jane that we've got. We've had various new series Sarah Janes, but the classic series one, it just looks absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely love it. The hair design at the back is really nice as well. I believe her hair was longer in this story, but I'm not really too bothered about that. That's all good. And of course, what she's wearing is really nice as well. If I compare this figure to the original release of Sarah Jane, which we had a few months ago, there they are. And although I absolutely love this first version because I love the camo version, like it's one of my favourite designs that she ever wore, so I'm kind of a bit biased on saying that this is my favourite version of Sarah. Having this one in hand, I think they're equally as amazing as each other, and literally, if you haven't got this set or the original set, then you have to track this down because it's just absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to display these on my shelf with all my classic Doctors. It's just, oh, it's incredible. I'm so happy. So yeah, Sarah Jane Smith looking absolutely brilliant. You can see there's a lot of differences there. Sarah's legs, I believe, on this one were used, I think it was Martha Jones' figure, whereas on this one here, I forget who it is, but it's someone different. So we have a different leg sculpt for Sarah there, making it just seem a little bit different. I believe the jacket is the same, different paint apps and whatnot. But like I say, I'm just in awe of this fantastic, fantastic Sarah Jane Smith figure. So let's move on to the Time Ladies. We'll move on to Romana 1. So here is lovely, lovely Romana 1. Mary Tam, one of my favourite companions of all time. Very sorely missed. And yeah, I mean, when we first got the very first version of Romana 1, which is this one here from the Pirate Planet, I was like, kind of like taken back by the fact that we were getting these brand new companions, but I was never too sure about the actual outfit that she's wearing. I know a lot of you have kind of said the same. Whereas this one here, which is from one of my favourite stories from The Key to Time, The Power of Kroll, she just looks absolutely phenomenal. I love Mary Tam, and to say that I've now got 2 figures is just incredible. Without a doubt, this new one is my favourite version so far. There is many more they can do, I hope. But she's a beautiful, beautiful companion, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've always had a crush on her. So oh dear, damn it. So yeah, beautiful figure, and I've just I lost my throat. Let's bring that back into the recording. So yeah, the outfit on Mary Tam, on Romana, really, really nice. As I say, it's from the story The Power of Kroll, which is the 5th story of A Key's Time. I believe her legs are exactly the same sculpt as before, but we've got this lovely piece here, which is like a kind of mini skirt type thing. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to look at the head sculpts in more detail and would say that the head sculpts are looking slightly different. Well, not the sculpts per se, but certainly the paint apps. She's a lot paler in this one, and I think looks better. She looks kind of a bit tanned, I suppose, in the first one that was released, but you really can see those differences, and I mean, yeah, it's just fantastic. I'm so hyped to have, well, not only one but two versions of a Romana 1. I've never been able to say her full name, Romana Vanatlalunda. I've never been able to say it. I need to practice that. But yeah, so beautiful, really happy, can't wait to get that displayed next to Tom Baker, of course. Love it. And finally, we move on to Romana 2, played by Lalla Ward, who again is an incredible actress. I'm a little bit upset to see that there's a bit of a blemish on her arm. I really should have had a look at those before I opened them, because of course I had 2 sets. Now I've opened one. I don't want to open up the other set, so I might be able to scratch that off, but it's a little bit of paint rub or paint wear, I don't know. Maybe I'll display her with her arm behind her back like this, perhaps. You know, you can't have everything perfect. Anyway, getting back to the figure. So this is from the story The Horns of Nymon, which is one of those stories that's okay, but different, I suppose. And again, it is a lovely, lovely sculpt. I really think they've captured Lalla Ward fantastically well. Bit of trivia for you, you may well have already known this, but Lalla Ward and Tom Baker actually got married in the late 70s, I believe it was. Not for very long, but yeah, technically this is Tom Baker's ex-wife, which is kind of cool and strange at the same time. So if I compare them with the original release of Lalla Ward, I will go out on a limb here and say that my favourite one actually is this one, the first one from Destiny of the Daleks. I just feel like the costume is nicer. I do like red, as you can probably tell by all the backgrounds in my latest videos, but yeah, I just think it kind of looks more like detailed and just better in this one. One thing that's got a bit funny though about both of them, really, if you turn them to the side, because of the sculpting of the scarf on this one, the hair is just a little bit kind of strange. But there's not really much they could do about it. It's even worse from this angle. You can see it's like literally floating. So not so sure about what happened there. It is definitely better on this one. But comment down below if you have the same problem as me and she kind of almost has hair that's just not even attached to her shoulder at this point. Definitely display her from the front angle, I think. But yeah, the quality again is really nice. Apart from, I'd say, that little blemish, we've got a nice little kind of jacket underneath there, which has been painted really nicely. And I believe the legs are exactly the same. I think, in fact, I think the jacket is also the same. They've just sculpted it differently. I could be wrong, but yeah, that's my comparison. So a lovely addition again, of course, to another 4th Doctor having a lovely companion. We've got Sarah Jane, we've got Leela, we've got both Romanas. We kind of really need to get an Adric and a Tegan now. I'm really hoping that we get a 5th Doctor's collection set, which would obviously include Adric, Tegan and Nyssa, and just pop Turlo in there as well, just for good measures. And then, yeah, we'll get what we want eventually. So really happy with these designs. I've got a feeling that Al Jawar is literally going to keep on bringing out things like this, so I'm sure we're going to have a few more variants, but I'm also sure that we're going to probably in time have all the companions, at least, hopefully anyway. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let's just have all the lovely ladies displayed together for the ending of this video. One thing I will say about really usually the female characters, they never stand up very well. I think it's because their legs are just a bit slimmer than the males or whatever, but for some reason I have so much trouble standing them up, and this harps back all the way to the Dapol years, trying to stand up Ace and Mel in particular. They just never ever stood up when you wanted them to. So I don't know, it's just one of those things, I suppose. I literally will struggle to get all 6 of these figures in shot, I expect, and standing up. They're probably gonna domino and knock each other over. I will zoom out in just a minute so we can get Sarah Jane in there as well. But Sarah Jane, the new one by the way, that I've got, I think one of her legs is different sizes because, well, she doesn't seem to stand up so well. And let's get another Sarah in the front there, and let's zoom out and have a look at all the companions together. So there we go, there is a lovely shot of all the companions that we've had so far in the last 2 waves of B&M, not including the new series of course. Sarah, Romana, and Romana. Absolutely brilliant, love it to bits. Highly recommend you track down this set in your B&Ms for only £20. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon in my next review, and thank you very much to all of you that have subscribed, and thank you very much to all my lovely patrons. You literally are amazing. So take care and goodbye for now.